Halo Infinite, and by extension, the entirety of Halo, seems like it's screwed. 343 Industries, the people that actually are the studio behind Halo as it currently exists, is about to collapse. Microsoft, the heads of Xbox, just stepped in and fired pretty much everybody. QA teams, head writers, big designers, the director of the game itself, everything about Halo Infinite and the studio 343 Industries, they're straight up just telling these people, get the F out. But I want to talk about this because honestly, I don't think I've ever seen such a instant level of chaos from a studio that's currently in development. Let's talk about that. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So yesterday, I did a big video talking about the fact that randomly, Microsoft decided to lay off 10,000 employees. They cut some jobs to maximize their profits. Now, when this story initially came out, and technically I am filming this in the middle of the night, this was kind of a big shock, but we weren't really sure how big the implications of this were going to be. Microsoft has almost 200,000 employees, so this is technically just 5%. But additionally, we weren't sure how many of these layoffs were going to come from the Xbox game devs. And it turned out to be more than we expected. Apparently they fired a bunch of people at Bethesda, the people that are working on Starfield, but most importantly, 343 Industries was absolutely blown up. People are saying that straight up, Joseph Staten, the director of Halo Infinite, the guy that actually joined the studio to help launch the game in 2020, people were celebrating when this guy actually joined on the team. He has decided to leave the studio and is going to rejoin Xbox Publishing. Now, even though he is still part of technically the bigger Team Xbox, I think this is a very bad sign because additionally, we now have a bunch of talks about the fact that there is a bunch of large-scale departures. 343 Industries is actually being completely gutted by the top. People are saying that right now, even though we don't know the exact numbers, it's pretty large and it's pretty senior. This means the executives, the people at the top, the people that are actually the taste makers creating the vibe of Halo Infinite, that is the people that apparently are getting fired fastest. He says here, I wonder if this is a warning, a shift to the future of Halo. Will 343 Industries be relegated to maintenance of existing Halo services with another studio taking the franchise going forward? Now, I've seen a lot of people sort of kicking this idea around. What if 343 Industries is being broken down because somebody else is going to step in to make the next version of Halo? Now, originally, there was a lot of talk that Halo Infinite was going to be a 10-year project, that we would be playing this game until 2030. It definitely seems like that is not the case at all anymore. It doesn't seem like we're going to get any more single-player content. Even the microtransactions in stores and stuff have kind of dried up, and it's only been 2 years, roughly. But more than that, I think it's pretty dang obvious that really, if they're going to try and reinvent Halo, they're probably going to bring in a different developer, like somebody working on something like Doom Eternal. Imagine if they had the Doom Eternal team do their own take on Halo. Me personally, I would love to see that. I'd at very least like to see a different take on Halo after this train wreck we've been dealing with. But then we have some very interesting takes. So this is the guy who was the former senior multiplayer designer. This guy, freaking Patrick Wren, he made the Halo Infinite multiplayer. In my opinion, that's the very best part of the game itself, is the multiplayer, facing other Spartans, trying to do capture the flag, the random Fiesta game modes, and honestly, just how great the weapons themselves feel. That is, in very large part, due to this gentleman, and he has a very spicy set of inflammatory takes. Check this out. The layoffs at 343 Industries shouldn't have happened, and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up top during the development, causing massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it could be. He is straight up saying, oh my God, this is insane, honestly. He is straight up saying, my bosses suck. My boss's bosses sucked. My boss's boss's bosses also kind of sucked. He is straight up saying, the management structure inside of 343 was just so broken that the most passionate, dedicated, obsessive people trying to make the best game ever still could not, due to the conditions that they had created. He even follows it up saying that straight up that this is just the best people. It seems like the people that ended up trying to make the best Halo ever are the people that got laid off for their hard work. Now, I have seen some pretty spicy people online, some people that are a bit upset about the idea of this, saying some very drastic statements like, Xbox is where game series go to die. Holy heck. Look at that. 343 Industries, maker of Halo, have been hit hard by the Microsoft layoffs, and it looks like even the campaign and single-player team have been heavily impacted. They're not going to be making any more story. They're not going to be making any cool side quests. A lot of those original ideas that are established in the campaign we have so far, I guess we're never going to figure out what the heck any of those big question marks actually mean. It is insane because even really dedicated fans, like the very mega people that love Halo Infinite and played a bunch of the multiplayer for Season 1 and Season 2, are understandably disappointed. This is Susie Hunter. Now, she is typically a horror YouTuber. She does a lot of spooky videos about stuff like Dead Space and Resident Evil. Well, she is a mega fan. She loves Halo Infinite. And even she is saying that the game right now is just doing stuff like the limited event shop is making stuff free, repeating same items in the shop. They fast-tracked Forge. They rushed out custom games as a browser. There's supposed to be a Season 3 of content, but this does not bode well for the future of the game after that. Now, this is the interesting twist to this, is that from what it sounds like, a lot of the big dev stuff, the major elements that are coming up to Halo Infinite for probably the next 6 months, a lot of that stuff is probably done. A lot of the new microtransactions, a lot of the new character skins, if they're trying to do any big tweaks or touches or new maps, that stuff is probably almost complete. I don't think we're really going to notice this stuff in an active way until about the summer of 2023. All of a sudden, the game's content is just going to completely dry up. I mean, this is probably going to get Thanos snapped out of existence, and Halo fans are just going to have to sit there and wonder what the heck is coming next. Now, I do believe personally that Microsoft just wasn't making money on Halo Infinite. I think that despite the fact that they were talking about the amount of people logging in, of course, people were probably getting Game Pass to try out the single-player campaign. Maybe it just wasn't profitable. And perhaps Microsoft is thinking about putting a different studio's efforts forward, giving it to id to make a Doom-style thing, or maybe they're just sort of biding their time. What if once they get Activision Blizzard, the first thing they do is take a bunch of Call of Duty developers and put them directly onto this? What if they just straight up slap them on top of this project and say, okay, I want to make a freaking Halo that is as fast and clean and good as a Call of Duty. I want to make Halo COD again. We'll see if that's profitable. We'll see if that works. We'll see if that's really part of the master plan, or if, unfortunately, perhaps Halo is just dead. But tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I'm filming this video in the middle of the night because, honestly, I just woke up and I wanted to talk about video games, but I hope you guys who see this in the morning enjoy it.